Capricorn. It's your girl, JV. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Capricorn season 2021. We did it. We did it, Joe. Clear that shit out. And that may be something that's going on in your situation where it's just like, whew, all right, let's like shake off that old energy. Like, get things back flowing again. It's your season. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy Gregorian New Year. And I feel like, this is your season. You get the sun. You guys initiate winter, cardinal earth. And so there is this, sorry, these glasses are so dirty. There is this propulsion. Ooh. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. I still feel like there are videos or there are messages back from Sagittarius season that are going to be really important for you guys. So if you have some time, definitely let yourself revisit those videos. I'm striving to do really short astrological notes because I do feel like I'm being pulled away from that in these videos, because I do feel like there's just a period right now of really us leaning on what we've learned, especially now that Chiron's actually going direct in Aries tomorrow. And so I'm filming this on the 18th, the night of the full moon in Gemini. And so I feel like the vibes are vibing extra vibey-liciously. Yes, I just made that up. And you're being propelled forward. And really being able to trust in your intuition, trust in your wisdom, trust in what you've learned thus far. Light it if you got it. Hydrate. Let's get into these notes. Your season kicks off on December 21st of 2021. And there's a lot of buzz in the spiritual community about that being having portal energy. And I feel like you can manifest or create portal energy anytime you fucking want to. So know that about yourself. But there are quick ascension possibilities available for you. It is your season. You are initiating the winter, initiating your season. And it is a season of release. And it's no coincidence that I'm filming this on the full moon in Gemini, which is really going to be ushering in a release in the mind, the way that we communicate, and the way that we exchange and interact. And you having a clean slate in those areas before we, kick off into your season. I'm filming this 2 days out of your season. And so I feel like that's something that's like you're being set up to like take off, that kind of thing. On December 24th, Saturn, your ruling planet, in Aquarius, will be squaring Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And so these are some of the heavy hitters squaring off: arm wrestling, karma, time, structure, rules, arm wrestling, rebellion, upheaval, and the unexpected. This is really like Saturn, the enforcer, versus Uranus, the awakener. And Uranus being retrograde, I do feel like it's not full force. So I do feel like the upheaval that this could cause is going to be just a little sprinkle of like, just that, a preview. It's like a preview of the potential power, because Uranus is going to be going direct soon. So I do feel like I'm going to try to adhere to my notes. I put a reality beyond the ego's control revealed. A reality beyond the ego's control will be revealed with this square. And so I do feel like it's important and that's what it's like, this Gemini clean slate is really happening so that you can get a glimpse of what your new reality can be. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, this is like the beginning of something. This is a fresh start. On December 28th, Jupiter will be going into Pisces, and it's very, what I wrote, look at God. Well, look at God. Okay. Like very, oh wow, that happened for me. Like that kind of energy, and that's going to be really impacting the collective. And there is just a benevolence that's coming in. So hang on. I love you. I just felt like checking the camera. I don't know why. I just got paranoid. I haven't been burned in a while. We're only at 6 minutes, so we good. Happy New Year, like I said. On January 1st, Mercury will be going into Aquarius, and so communication is going to be getting really spacey, really out there, that kind of thing. And it's also, Mercury will be soon after be conjuncting with Saturn, and so there is going to be an acceleration again in regards to where you're going, your trajectory. I feel like you're really being set up quite nicely. Capricorn season there's a lot of activity. So that's on the 2nd. On January 14th, excuse me. On January 14th, Mercury will be retrograding in Aquarius. And that's going to impact technology, impact your plans, impact your community, your idea of your friend group, things of that nature. So I do feel like and I'll make a separate video on that. I'm just wanting to give you guys a heads up about what's coming. On the 17th of January, there's the full moon in Cancer. And that's going to be opposite you. And the sun will be in your sign. And I feel like it's going to be, I just saw 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. It's like a new cycle in how you emote, how you relate, what you consider happiness, what you consider love, intimacy, togetherness, things of that nature. I'll also do a separate video on that. So I do feel like Capricorn season can be, like, you may really get the opportunity to be getting back to yourself in some way, or even going as far as like getting to be your romantic side, like getting to be your romantic self and like showing that side of yourself. On January 18th, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. And that same day, the North Node goes into Taurus. And so this is going to be really impacting our values, our money, our relationship to business. I feel like those of you who, we've already been through some upheaval, so we already know what to do now. And I feel like if you have, not in a threatening way, I don't want to, if you've done your work, like I don't want to always feel like that. It's, or come off or perpetuate that narrative. I do feel like we as a collective have to work on the fact that we equate wealth to hard work or money to hard work. I do feel like it's important, and that could be a shift that's coming for you in your personal life. And I do feel like there is something about breaking out of the cycle so that we can create a new one. I love you. Empty your lungs. Take a deep breath when you're ready. So we're asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Capricorn season 2021. Baby, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Relax. There is something about just like relaxing into it. Leaning into, allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to attract. And that's very much the power of divine feminine energy. The Star, happy birthday, make a wish. The Star being the first card out. There is definitely hope being restored. Anything is possible. Your words are really, really important, so you need to make sure that you're communicating with yourself effectively and communicating with the divine effectively about whatever it is that you want. There may be someone that is lighting up your life, something that is lighting up your life, maybe somebody with Aquarius placements. There is also, I feel like, by way of you surrendering to it's like it's time to honor the ways that you restore yourself, or like become more habitual or create more of a routine about the way that you pour into yourself so that you can pour into other people. There's like, I feel like, learn the lessons about pouring into yourself in some sort of way. It's like you've done the self-sacrificing thing. You've played Captain Save-A-Ho plenty of times. And so it's just like making sure that you are playing Captain Save-A-Ho for your goddamn self. I love you. All right. Next card out. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon. Devil reversed. Wow. I feel like this is you showing up right there. And the Devil reverse is freedom. I do feel like some of you are finally acquiring some sort of freedom, and that may be what you're wishing for, what you have wished for, your own space, your own life, or a life away from this domination, or a life free of this sadness or this heaviness. There may have been a lot of regret, remorse, loss, grief, actual death, things that you've had to really let go of, that are now going to start, like it's like it starts to get easy. It starts to be easy, or it starts to get easy to just be free. It gets easier to be yourself, or you're free to be yourself. It's like finally being done with, or finally healing from some sort of toxic mindset or a toxic attachment, something that's had this power over you, someone that's had this power over you. But for a lot of you, this feels like you finally being free of the power that you've had over yourself, the chain that you've put around your own neck. A lot of you, this has been like addiction or temptation, overdoing it with sex, drugs, and rock and roll, overdoing it with not sleeping enough, not taking care of your body enough. It's just like there's some sort of freedom that wants to come in. Wow. This is Sun in Capricorn, the Four of Pentacles. And so it's just like you are showing up heavy in your reading. I don't know if you've ever shown up this strong in your own reading. And for the Devil to be reversed, this is just like breaking free of the shackles, that kind of shit. I don't know, that's how it feels. Hydrate. The center of the reading is like you get this freedom. Start really thinking about what you want, because you have the opportunity to manifest and materialize. Now, I don't even think it's like you have the opportunity. I feel like it's like you've already done it. It's already coming into you. And you're really having to realize like, hey, I've got to let go of this old way of thinking, this old way of taking care of myself, this old way of feeding myself, this old way of handling my money, this old way of thinking that I can't have what I want, or making myself small, or the Four of Pentacles, it comes when it's like I'm staying in this relationship because I hear that, I'm scared that no one's going to love me for my true self, or I'm staying in this job because I hear that the market is terrible, or I'm going to hang out with these friends because I'm going to keep hanging out with these friends because I, am nervous to branch out and meet other people, even though this friend group is now like toxic for me or something of that nature. It's just like when you cling to something that is just a settlement or not good for you, or isn't really what you want, you're inadvertently telling the divine that you don't trust it to bring what you want, that it won't provide for you. And the divine's like, what? Why? How can I? Oh, I can't provide for you? All you got to do is put this shit down so that you can really, that old shit, whatever it is, it's going to be different for all of you. This is a general reading. So it's like, if only you would let go of the old paradigm, the old foundation. Stop clinging to fears. Stop clinging to scarcity or clinging to that lack mentality. There is enough for you. There is enough. You are enough. You are able to have the life that you want to lead. Lead the life that you want to lead. Have the life that you want to have. I'm not taking all this, but I will take the 8 of Swords. It's 8 of Swords, Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. This is a lot of you being in your head. This also may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements being very in and out, maybe being decisive, maybe being argumentative. It's important for you the way to break free, I'm keeping the 8 of Swords, but the way for you to break free from the 8 of Swords is by using your words, is by no longer keeping yourself stagnant or stuck. Allow no more self-imposed confusion, no more looping in the mind. I do feel like some of you, I feel like there's like an awareness of like a mental health thing, like you're getting on your mental health, no longer keeping yourself, no longer trying to do it yourself. I do feel like there is healing available to you should you really give yourself freedom of that old mindset of I've got to fix it myself, I've got to do it myself, no one will do it the same way I will, blah, blah, blah. There is something about asking for help. For some of you, it's going to therapy. For some of you, it's just speaking your truth. For some of you, it's, allowing yourself to be brave enough to say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Final card, final message. This is going to be a juicy plunge. Final card, final message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I feel like don't lose your steam. When you find yourself to be frustrated or you have a point that you need to make, don't lose your steam. Don't just like back out on it. I feel like there's things that you're needing to pursue. There's goals that you're needing to pursue. And watch when you notice your energy wane, then it's like time to break out, time to switch things up, trying to don't let yourself lose steam on your goals or what you want to accomplish because something that you really want comes in, or a relationship comes in, or that dream job comes in, but it means you can't have any kind of a social life, or you know what I mean? It's like it's time to really figure out what your priorities are, and that's what's big this Capricorn season. It's like you're being propelled into your priorities and to really finding out the truth about like this new version, this new healed, hopeful, possibly even like really spiritual version of yourself. Because Capricorns, I say it all the time, you guys are the like undercover intuitives of the zodiac. And it's just a matter of like getting you to listen to your hunches, getting you to listen to your inner knowing. Final card, final message. Please, one card, one message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I do feel like there's maybe some sort of, you may be afraid to look back in the past. Maybe somebody from the past coming in, maybe somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements coming in. So you may get hit with the hey stranger, that kind of thing. I feel like don't let yourself get blindsided by people who have consistently shown you that you're an option to them. Or if you're not ready to be in a relationship, don't string people along. Don't, you know what I mean? It's like treat others how you're really like, how you wish someone had treated you. Be delicate with other people, and vice versa. Notice when people aren't being delicate with you. But this is also about like, how are you talking and treating yourself? Eight of Swords can be a lot of negative self-talk, and it's time to understand, trust and believe, Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, that the divine is coming in to really humble you, renew you, restore you, reinvent you, so that you can really see clearly. Jupiter entering into Pisces while Neptune is also there. There is this surreal spirituality or an heightened intuition that wants to come in, and you can very much so be elevated into this healthy version of yourself, Nine of Pentacles, that is efficient and just like, it just feels like autonomous. You really feeling confident in like, or accomplishing something. There could be some, this just looks like bouts of leveling up. How it looks like is a bit of a roller coaster. I feel like Capricorn season is going to be like very like you harnessing your willpower, and then a lot of divine insight coming in, updates coming into your subconscious mind and the way that you think and the way that you feel. And then it's like you're integrating what you learned then, and then you put it into business again, and you put it into action, and you put things into practice. And then there may be some sort of upset, another pocket of pain that you get, like you've gotten strong enough to look at and explore and heal and deal with now. It's just like you don't have to worry about keeping yourself small or protecting yourself or keeping yourself contained, because it's like you've gone through so much that eventually, bam, Four of Wands, there's happiness, there's fun, there's joy, there's togetherness that you can experience platonically, romantically, spiritually, emotionally, with children. If you don't want kids, make sure you do the thing. Six of Cups is ultimately, though, about, I feel like towards the closer we get towards Aquarius season, you're going to be really having, for lack of a better phrase, some sort of like come to Jesus with yourself about what you let yourself receive, and honoring red flags whenever they come, and asking yourself, like, are you ready for what you actually like want? And it's time to get really specific with the divine about what you want. And if what you want is to be alone for a while, then you need to be specific with yourself and the divine about that. But if you're feeling healed and ready for a partner, then start getting really specific about how you want to feel about yourself when you attract that partner in. And so that denotes you really allowing yourself to feel confident enough to really, really, really holistically be taking care of yourself, so that you don't have to play Captain Save a Hoe. It could just be you actually like being fucking daddy and taking care of what needs to be taken care of from a very like sovereign, healthy place. And so I'm here for it. Let's get into it. I love you. Sorry for the sniffles. All right, Capricorn, let's get into it. I want to start by clarifying the star for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Capricorn season 2021. I feel like there is something here. Ultimately, it's like Capricorn season really starts with a bang for you. Even though the Page of Pentacles wanted to pop out, okay? Because I do feel like there is this reinvention of self. There's good news coming in, something that you've wanted, something that you've been manifesting, having like good communication or ready to plant a seed in some sort of way. I do feel like some of you are finally seeing things differently, maybe about children, or seeing things differently about someone that you have children with. There is this guidance, wish come true, this creativity, this reconnectivity to your spirit that really wants to come in. And so it's time to dream big, baby. What's your wildest dream? I feel like you're starting off your season in a really hopeful state. Well, some of you, I feel like, for some of you, you're holding yourself back from pursuing maybe a visibility or putting yourself out there. I feel like it's important to start marketing or advertising your services in some sort of way. For some of you, I feel like Six of Wands reversed is there's a healing to disharmony. There may be some situation with someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements that like there's not, like, you guys physically aren't on the same page, possibly some way. There could be a lack of flow in the spiritual, physical, sexual arena, and that could be where the devil wants to come in, where it's just like there may need to be a balance with your sexual energy, with your vitality, your power. Anything else for the, let's say, is there an Aquarius around? If there's an Aquarius around, what's the advice for an Aquarius around? Four of Wands, have a good time. Like, let yourself have fun. There may be, for some of you, thinking about weddings, thinking about long-term commitment, thinking about Five of Cups again, though, at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like there's people, let people be here, let people be what they are. And if you treat people like they're here for, if you treat the same people that you really want to stay, if you treat everybody, you know, it's like treating everybody the same. Like the people that you think are just here for a good time, not a long time, treat them the same way that you would, you know, someone that you it's like if you, okay, because actually I don't agree with that. So let me calm down real quick. What I'm ultimately getting is that it's important for you to pay attention to people who show you who they are. And so if you're feeling harmony and balance and restoration with the Aquarius or the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it's like, make sure you're just getting what you're giving, that you're not feeling taken advantage of, and that you want what you really want. There's Venus there. Venus is in your sign. Venus is in your sign, retrogrades in your sign tomorrow. And so there is this reassessment of what is adding value to my life and what is no longer adding value to my life. Like, don't let yourself get all caught up in your dream world. Sorry, I'm getting over being sick. Sorry about that. I just, like, all of a sudden started hacking. Please clarify the Devil reversed. You may not know what to do with this newfound freedom. It may feel weird to be able to, like, be your whole self or have the freedom to figure out what fun feels like now, what a healthy relationship feels like now, what healthy friendship feels like now, what really Four of Wands is also like new stability, you being happy about maybe new living environments, maybe a new project or a new passion or some sort of fun or event that's coming up. Please clarify. But I do feel like there is self-assessment that's needed. Excuse me. You know, really looking at, it's like, don't attack yourself. Really let yourself maybe even make a list. Make a list of the things or the habits or the desires that you would like to let go of or you would like to shed. And, you know, attack the list, not yourself. I do feel like you're going into some really dark places as far as within yourself and your mindset. And we're going into a dark time. That is the darkest time of the year. So I do feel like this is a time to really be on any kind of seasonal anxiety or seasonal depression or things of that nature. And it just feels like experiencing a period of shadow that you guys may be used to, and like I feel like you just get free of it in some sort of way, and you get free of it by way of really like getting in motion and really like choosing to let go of these old ways of being or doing or old habits. I feel like you've acquired some new habits, and I do feel like there's just things within yourself that you are able to now acknowledge that aren't healthy, and you're able to change them. Definitely getting over some sort of a situation with a Sagittarius or a Pisces. I feel like there's getting releasing the reins so much. Some of you have been going against the grain for a really long time, and I do feel like there is this brand new cycle in how you exert your energy, how you attack things, how you go about getting clarity for yourself. Please clarify the Four of Pentacles. Whatever you're clinging to or subconsciously clinging to, whatever habits are coming up, it's gonna, or whatever habits need to go are going to be coming up. For some of you, it's going to be, by way of conflict. There may be so many things that you want to do that you don't know what to do with. There could be conflict with someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements, and you really needing to be masterful with your mind so you can be more masterful with your words. And you can't be masterful with your mind if you're stuck in this old mental loop, this old way of thinking about yourself, this old way of talking about yourself. It's time for you, I feel like, to really protect your own mind, or start to reach for the tools to really free yourself of this. And I do feel like it's time to let go of the things that need to be released are the defensiveness, the coldness, needing to really work on your tone, work on your word choice, work on sprinkling a little bit of sugar on there sometimes, that kind of thing. And I do feel like there is maybe some hard choice about quantity over quality. The Five of Wands can be like there's so much to do and you don't know where to start. Or it could also be like multiple lovers, multiple partners, just so many things going on, multiple people vying for your attention. And for some of you, I feel like you used to get a source of that used to be a source of validation for you. Like you used to receive validation by way of external attention. And I do feel like there is this leveling up or this maturity that comes in, and you finally get to be free of this old want or this desire or this hunger that put you in a position of self-sacrificing because you wanted that validation or whatever it is for you guys. Or there is something external that you're seeking that the divine is going to really be showing you. You give that to yourself. No one else gives that to you. And the second you start to give it to yourself, bam, people come in and want to give it to you. It's kind of annoying. Please clarify the Eight of Swords. Judgment and Four of Swords. Wow, the divine is really like telling you, I feel like you can cut this angst and all of this mental, all this pain, anguish, possibly like issues with legalities, legal systems. Excuse me. Maybe somebody with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements, that's like there's a truth that's being spoken. And I feel like what comes in is it's time for you to use the tools that are available to you. Listening to your gut, getting out of autopilot, because there isn't, like, the divine doesn't want you lukewarm. The divine wants you in a place of being really reverent and respectful of yourself, your time. And I feel like you all have been called to be are going to be, the closer that we get to Aquarius season, it's going to really call you to revere your time more wisely, to really invest in, excuse me, your living situation, invest in your surroundings, investing in meditation and quiet time, getting more sleep, getting more rest. Some of you need to be honest that you need a break, or having an argument about a break, argument with maybe a Scorpio. There could be just some need or some opportunity to really give yourself rest. And so don't play yourself and think that you don't need to play or chill as hard as you work. And I feel like it's in the stillness, it's in the meditation, it's in the quiet time that you get the truth about who to really give to, who to pull back from, who to share time with, share energy with, share space with. There is a radical change a shift in your mind that's going to be coming in, because I feel like you guys are getting in motion towards doing the radical thing, which is starting a new relationship with yourself so that you can start a new relationship with other people and usher in new karma, usher in a new karmic cycle, and one that's way more fair and balanced and just in a certain way, because like I do feel like some of you have had it really, really fucking hard. I do feel like there is love beyond that war. Especially if it had something to do with someone with Libra placements. It's the end of the fight, and you don't have to stay there. But you do have to evaluate the old habits, the old emotional cycle, so that you can create a new one, and a new one that's not filled with fear of abandonment and your old trauma responses and you allowing for all this imbalance. It's time for you to get bold about honoring what is in balance, getting yourself in power, making sure you're giving to people who are able to give back to you, that you're accepting more than just breadcrumbs, that you're accepting and you're receiving what you actually deserve, that there is harmony and equal, like equal level playing field. And I do feel like there's bold moves that are needing to be made in regards to that, so that you can tend to all the hard work and details that it's going to require of you to move forward and mount this shadow, so that it's no longer wearing you, and so that you're in a place of really trusting in your originality and getting in motion, co-creating with the divine, and living the life that you want to live. I love you. You got this.